Hey everyone, I'm Jared.
And I'm Charlotte, and today we're talking about a very important subject, mental health awareness.
In case you guys don't already know, today is Bell Let's Talk Day, which is an annual fundraiser that Bell, a Canadian telecommunications and media company, promotes to help raise awareness for mental health.
But that's not all they do. Aside from encouraging people to be vocal about their mental health, they also vouch to donate 5 cents to mental health for every call, text, tweet, Instagram post, and Facebook video view, or Snapchat geofilter used. Promoting Bell Let's Talk.
And we thought what better way to raise awareness than to make a video all about it. Although Bell is a Canadian company, they'll be donating 5 cents regardless of where you post about it. Retweets count as well.
And honestly guys, as hard as it is to talk about personal things, you feel so much better when you get that weight off your shoulders and really do speak to someone about what's going on. So we're going to be sharing some personal stories about our lives or someone in our lives that has been affected by mental health. I've only ever seen a therapist once in my life, and she was an art therapist. And I was going through this really difficult time in my life. I was really self-destructive, I was really angry, I was doing some things that would have really messed up my life. And so my parents made me go see this therapist. And what she told me was that unless I am creating, I don't care, you guys probably don't know this, but I also do photography, I'm also a singer, I write music, I used to paint, I used to write poetry. Unless I'm doing these things, I will become self-destructive. So from that moment forward, all I needed was one meeting with this therapist, and from that moment forward I used my anger and sadness and depression, and I didn't let it get to that point, and all I did was just create something. And now I kind of get sad sometimes, but more often than not, if I just use that energy and create something out of it, I feel better about myself.
Hey guys, I'm Danny from Most Amazing Top 10. I've been very fortunate in my life to not have long periods of time where I'm feeling very down or depressed, but I have had very, very close family members to me struggle a lot with mental health issues in very severe ways, and one of the scariest things about it is not seeing it coming. It's obviously very hard in today's world to talk and be open about your mental health issues, and that can be quite worrying for those close to the person because they never see it coming. The best thing I can always say is to just talk and be open, because there's always people willing to listen. There's always people who will care about you and understand, and there'll always be people who will help you get through it, because you will, and that's the key message to always remember.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Felgate from Most Amazing Top 10, and I, like Danny, am one of the lucky few people, I think, that was just born very naturally happy. However, I live with someone and have a lot of friends who don't find it so easy. Before I knew these people, I would have said stupid things like, guys, why can't you just be happy? Can't we just smile and go out and have a good time? And what I didn't realize is that when you go through periods of depression, it's like a cloud just comes and surrounds you and you can't see past it, and it's not who you are, but it's stopping you being able to enjoy yourself. I think the best thing that you can do if you're not a person that suffers from it is be as supportive as you possibly can to the people that do, and encourage an atmosphere where you can absolutely talk about it. There should be no stigma involved. It's something that happens to a lot of people, and we have to do our best to be able to lift those clouds for them. It's not who they are, it's not who they choose to be, and I think together the more we talk about these things, the more light we can shine on every situation.
So growing up, I was always a pretty happy kid. People in my family dealt with a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of close friends and family that dealt with depression, and it's really hard, kind of not knowing what they're thinking and then having it just kind of happen like that. It's really scary. So the best advice I could really give is just talk about it with somebody. As hard as it is and as scary as it could be. Even me personally, I've dealt, I don't want to say with a lot of depression, but I definitely have my fair share of days where I'm just really down on myself, and I always find that when I talk to somebody, whether my mom or my best friend or my girlfriend when I had a girlfriend, you always just feel better when someone just listens, and it just feels like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. What I would really say is just as hard as it could be, you just kind of got to be honest, and it can be scary, it definitely is scary, but anytime that I've ever felt down or depressed or upset and I held it in, I never really felt good about myself throughout the day. And then the second I spoke to somebody about it and they kind of helped me work through it, I felt 100 times better. So I would definitely say if you are going through anything, or someone's going through something, just be open to talking about it, and don't let the stigma of, especially as a guy, oh, man up and all that, that's just so dumb. don't let that affect you in any way, because being a man has nothing to do with dealing with mental health. Everyone has problems regardless of your gender, and I think anyone that thinks that way just doesn't get it. So don't let anyone ever deter you of being honest with how you feel, because the second you talk to somebody about it, I guarantee you'll feel 100 times better, and that is the one thing I ask all of you guys to do.
I have a really close friend called Katie Brennan, shout out if you're watching, who is one of the nicest, most glorious people I have ever met. But she suffers from anxiety, and she has this really amazing way of dealing with it that she shared with me and a lot of other people once. She has a really good blog as well, which she shares this method, and she says that it's really important for her because she struggles when she's feeling anxious to do normal things, you know, like go out and just go to the shop without feeling kind of the weight of the world. And she says every day that she's suffering with anxiety that she tries to do one thing a day to be cute to herself. So she says like being cute to yourself is just buying yourself like, I don't know, a little cupcake or something, one thing every day just to make you feel a little bit more positive. Like she'll buy herself a bunch of flowers, and whenever I see her feeling a little bit more down as well, I know that I have to try and be as cute as I possibly can to her too.
And we want to encourage you guys to do the same, so don't be scared of the negative stigma surrounding it.
I promise you that there are so many people that would absolutely love to help you, even if you don't know it.
And we want to hear any stories regarding mental health in the comments down below. If you guys are open to sharing, we would love to hear them.
Also, I think that we'll get down there in the comments and just like, you know, be cute to all of you.
Yeah.
Totally. Also, be sure to tweet out hashtag BelleLet'sTalk and tag us in it. We'll be retweeting every single tweet that we get from you guys.
And of course, encourage anyone you guys know that is battling mental health to be very vocal about it. Just remember guys, you are not alone.
We got you.
So guys, you are all absolute total major babes, and we love you. We really, really do. I'm gonna blow you a big old kiss, like a granny. Mwah.
Just remember guys, we love all of you, and I think we should do like one big repug right now just to show our love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we include them in there?
Yeah. Can we just hug the camera?
Come in.
Come hug.
This is a hug. This is an official hug, guys.
What's wrong with us?